Is it safe?
It's always weird to just sit here like a fucking idiot and just wait. It's what we do, we just fucking wait. Because there's been too many times where you just start right away and it's like, oh, it picks up in the middle of a conversation here. Okay. Here it is. Here's the infamous one. It's where Mega Man hit the polygon ceiling and never really recovered. And we could puss out and we could switch to like one of the European versions, but that's not what this is about. No, we gotta play the real shit. Because for some fucking reason, the American version had all the values fucked with, and as if this game wasn't bad enough, it was like, hey, what if we made enemies take less damage and just make your weapons weaker and just make everything just a little bit more horrible? So let's just do it. Let's just get it started. And I am going to be pulling up a cheat guide because God fucking forbid I do this garbage by myself. Just enjoy. And for what it's worth, these cutscenes look really nice as far as PS2 standards go. Here, let's at least throw on the intro while I'm getting prepared mentally and, you know, I wonder.
Mega Man X7.
Alright. Let me start looking for shit.
This is it. Ready to rock?
I'm always ready. What the?
You wait.
I guess you've heard of Red Alert.
Safe here. Somebody must have leaked the information. Huh? Who's there?
It's me, Anders.
It was the perfect plan. How did they find out? Hmm?
You're not very sharp, are you?
What the? You are the traitor!
No. I took care of him a second ago.
What happened? How did you do that?
Sometime in the 22nd century. Thanks to the Reploids, even the most devastated regions were set back on the road to recovery. But crimes perpetrated by mavericks were on the line. The Maverick Hunters was the official organization that responded to incidents involving Mavericks. One of the veteran members, X, began having second thoughts about the group's forceful methods. He removed himself from the front lines and instead worked to achieve more peaceful solutions.
Why must Reploids fight one another? I've had enough violence.
With the Maverick Hunters crippled by X's retirement, an underground organization filled the vacuum. And thus, Red Alert, the illegal band of bounty hunters who pursued Mavericks, was born. Soon, there was not a single Reploid that had not heard of Red Alert and their charismatic leader, Red. One day, a young Reploid and key member of Red Alert made the decision to leave the group.
God, you gotta love that. Looking at this cheat guide and...
Goodbye, Red. I'll become a hunter. On my own.
And thus, a new battle began. Ready?
Alright, let's do this. I remember where I bought this game when I was like 13, and it was one of the first times I realized that you could be disappointed in something you like. Oh my god, forget it. Oh, you have to hold it. Okay. I played this a couple months ago on the Switch version, so I'm a little familiar with some of the shit you gotta do. That doesn't mean I like it. So here's the infamous 3D sections, and I don't understand how Legends got it right and X7 didn't, especially when you stop and consider that X7 was like a regular ass PlayStation game. Oh, I love stock 90s cartoon sound effects. You just kind of adjust to the crap factor at some point. Ugh.
Phew! Somebody please tell me I'm through with the worst of it.
I can't believe I'm back here again. What the heck has happened? They really made a mess.
Garfield Zero is my favorite Zero. Colonel, I'm disappointed in you, Colonel. It's just kind of a shame. Because it's not a bad looking game. It's just a bad game. And I like a lot of terrible games. Like, there's a couple games I'm willing to defend. I can't even call this a guilty pleasure. And it's just one of those things where you just have to play it for yourself. I don't know if I'll be beating this today. I'll have to come back to it, but this game was so bad it damaged the Mega Man reputation, because nobody wanted to play X8 because of how bad this game was, and that's kind of a shame because I really like X8. I mean, the funniest thing is my dad had gotten me X8 for Christmas like a year or two after this had come out, and I was kind of upset. I was like, oh god, oh god, and then I played it and I was like, oh, huh. And there's almost something here with the 3D sections. I think if this game had gotten a little more love. It's just a combination of things, like there's funkiness with hitboxes, there's funkiness with camera. Like right here, there's no reason the camera needs to be up my ass. There's funkiness with animations.
Wait a second.
Are you stupid? You're in danger if you just stand there. Get a move on.
Are you connected to this incident?
Incident? What are you talking about? Oh, here it comes. So I'll be seeing ya.
What's going on? You've got some explaining to do.
Okay, I'll tell you everything, but later. Right now, I have to take care of that freak. You're Zero, so you can handle this, right? I'm Axel. Call me if you need a hand.
Well, this has become a real pain. I want a full explanation when this is all over.
And this boss is super fucked because you just kick its ass. Like, you see I'm hurting it and nothing's happening. And then it'll just start losing health like fucking crazy. worst part about this game is that it came out sort of like Mega Man's kind of dry spell revival sort of thing. You know, the first time it happened. I can't believe it took me almost 20 minutes to beat that first level.
I'm not gonna run off. So could you take this thing off? It makes me feel like a criminal.
Feel like a criminal?
Okay. Maybe what I did was wrong, but like we were a perfect team, don't you think? When we kicked that big dude's butt, I thought, yeah, we would make a great combo. So, where's X been lately? I haven't seen him around.
Sit tight. He's just beyond this door. Here he is.
Nice work, Zero.
So, you're the one who caused all this trouble.
I guess so. I had no idea they'd send that kind of gear after us.
Here, who's after you?
I left Red Alert. Believe it or not, I'm a hunter.
Red Alert. You mean that gang of wannabe vigilantes?
Do you realize how much damage your internal bickering has caused?
I apologize for that, but I had to leave. As for what happened as a result, that's the way it goes.
That's the way it goes. Do you have any idea?
Cool. All right, Axel. Why don't you start by telling us why you left?
Red Alert changed. They're no better than murderers now. They used me. We used to only attack the bad guys. Not anymore. I couldn't take it.
They're going to come for Axel, no doubt.
This is our chance. Red Alert has caused far too much trouble.
How can you say that?
This game was the birthplace of X, the giant pussy,
We can't allow this happen to
which is really unfortunate.
I know what you mean, X. But we can't talk them out of this.
One of the things that was really nice about X5 ending is that, you know, you had that whole scene where Zero supposedly died for good. I'm walking away from my PS4, so if it suddenly glitches out like hell, let me give it a second.
Aelia, what happened?
Unidentified transmission. Feeding the monitor.
You getting this, hunters? I'm Red. Your friend here, Red Alert. I never imagined our little friend would end up in your hands. But in any case,
Look at me, I'm totally not a villain.
now don't you worry. Nothing won't come back either. How about you? Like you, we're hunters. We've craft our share of mavericks. So how about a duel? A duel to determine who the real maverick hunters are. I'm sure you won't mind if we use the mavericks that we've captured so far. So the last one standing wins. If we lose, we'll surrender access to you. And if we win, well, we'll leave that to your imagination.
You've got to be kidding. Axel has nothing to do with us. We won't fight the likes of you for his sake.
Well, pretty big talker for a retiree. We could care less about deadbeats like you. We just want Axel. He is there, isn't he? Now, you just sit tight.
I apologize if you can hear me snacking. That's the kind of respect this game deserves.
They're already on the moon.
Mad This is all my fault.
Well, this is turning into a real mess.
X, you said I need to pay my dues, right? So make me a Maverick Hunter. Me and Zero make a great team, and together we could take care of Red Alert.
Are you mad? You have no business as a hunter.
I'm serious. It would be a perfect chance to make up for my wrongdoing.
If you had just gone back, the problem would have been solved. But I can see that won't be happening.
Right. These aren't run-of-the-mill criminals. They won't listen to reason. And even if Axels did go back, which he won't, would they stop their misdeeds? I don't think so.
Zero, you're my hero. Hey, I knew you'd understand. I always thought you and X were so cool. I want to fight. I want to be a Maverick Hunter.
Not just anybody can become a hunter, kid.
We're not getting anywhere with this. I'm ready to go. I'm going.
The conflict in the last couple of X games just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah. X?
The last time it really made sense was in X4. I mean, obviously,
Let me be a Maverick Hunter.
you're fighting the Repliforce insurgents, and that's one thing. And then X5 comes along, and there's 8 Mavericks, and the 8 Mavericks have
I won't let you
the
down.
pieces that you need for plot, and it... Like, most of them aren't even Maverick when you get to them. They're just like, hey, X, if you want the steering wheel for the spaceship, you gotta fight me. Let's duel. The fact that there are even levels in that game, the fact that there's like armor upgrades, none of it makes any fucking sense, because in reality the plot should have just been, hey Grizzly, can we borrow your crystal ball? No? Okay, bye. And then in X6, it's like, oh, we're gonna go battle the Nightmare Investigators, because... And I'm playing X6 in my personal time right now. Which, it really doesn't make any sense, because... I mean, again, it's just like, they didn't give a shit. They just flat out didn't give a shit. Like, oh my god, what is it? Infinity Minjin? Or however you say his name, his level is just a downward slope for about 2 seconds. Oh god, you can't skip this text. How come there hasn't been a rabbit Maverick? Ah. How come there has not been a rabbit Maverick yet? What are they, racist? There he is, there's Mean Man Johnson himself. I wonder if it's possible to play this game so fucking badly you can't rescue X. Wow, can you feel the energy? It's just like the original X1. The more I think about it, the more X1 really is just like the perfect game. Hello.
Can you hear me, Zero? Can you hear me, Zero?
Oh, basic enemy needs like a billion fucking hits to kill. That's what I was saying about the values in this game got all fucked with. I love these like stock explosions. Makes me happy. Are you serious? A fucking bee? You know what I would love to see? Get a modern port. The Power Stone games. I know they got ported to like PSP, and I actually own the PSP copy, but fuck it, man. I want Power Stone back. I'm that asshole who every time Capcom puts out like a thing, it's like, hey, bring back Power Stone. I wonder if that fucking name got changed in the Irish version. Or the I should say the European version, because isn't Mick like a Irish slang term for like a faggot or something? I don't know. Nope, can't reach him. We're doomed. This camera angle's amazingly bad.
Can you hear me, Zero?
Oh, and I'm trying to avoid picking up any kind of upgrades because I want to give him all the X. Need to hurry though, God forbid any more of Reploids get killed by bees. So speaking of Capcom, and their alleged games being remade on the Arena, or well, I shouldn't say remade, but they have games coming out that they say they're using the Resident Evil engine for. And I believe the Resident Evil 2 remake used a modified version of the Resident Evil 7 engine, and I guess allegedly there's a whole lot of games that they're making with that engine. I am really rooting for a Dino Crisis remake. I don't know if I've ever told that story before, but my dad was like super hardcore religious, and as much fucking sense as this makes, part of my love for Mega Man comes from the fact that that was really all we had in the house. Like, my dad wouldn't let us play fighting games, which is ironic because I got super into them later, and the only video games we were allowed to play were stuff like Mega Man and all that, where it's like, oh, well, they're robots, they're not actually killing each other. Or like we played Mario because it was like, oh, it's fantastical. You pick up mushrooms and get big. You're not killing anyone. It's too ridiculous to be violent. You know, that kind of... Hey, see that? We glitched. It was our first glitch of the stream. Oh my god. And before you ask me why I'm not switching to Axel, I'm trying to get some retarded achievement where you beat the level without switching. Oh my god.
Ready?
You just take way too much fucking damage. Did you see how much damage I took from just that little rock? And it's gonna get even worse when you stop and consider that I'm saving all the heart tanks for Mega Man. It's been said 1,000 times by people more talented and popular than me, but it blows my mind that you have to unlock Mega Man in a fucking Mega Man game.
Can you hear me, Zero? Can you hear me?
And I mean, there's a lot to unpack from that. It's like they tried really hard to make Mega Man or Axel a sort of knockoff Mega Man, and it just didn't work. Axel's just not fun to play as. It's like they took all those old Mega Man box arts where it was like some guy with a gun and was like, hey, what if we actually made that a character? Wouldn't that be funny? Alright, Kevin, I'm coming for you. In the feet. Yep. And they force you to come back, because only Mega Man can open the fucking capsules, so it's like, come on. What was wrong with, like, the PlayStation X games where it's like, oh, Zero, you can't use this, but can you take it back? Can you be a, you know, do me a solid. Can you take this back to X for me? Oh, God. Jesus. Thor. Odin. Oh, God. Oh, God. Sorry, Tom. Can't save you. Alright. And the worst part is, you can upgrade everyone. You just have to New Game Plus like 1,000 times. Because that's what I want to do. I want to play Mega Man X7 1,000 times.
Ready?
I'm really fucking sorry about eating while I'm got a mic in my face. You know what? I got sidetracked by bullshit. I didn't even finish my Dino Crisis story. So, my sisters had played the original Resident Evil games at their friend's house. And my sister wanted them so bad. But my dad wouldn't let him have it, or let her have it, because, oh, you need zombies. Zombies are an affront to God. You can't have Vijija games with zombies in them, because makes God sad. But like, we owned all the Tomb Raider, like we literally owned every single Tomb Raider game, even like the real garbage, like fucking Chronicle and oh god, what was the one on PS2? It was like Angel of Darkness. But we owned every single fucking Tomb Raider game, and you have like 1 billion guns in those games, and that was fine. And it was really funny because it kind of like highlights my dad's hypocrisy a little bit, because he would be like, hey, you know, in the Tomb Raider games you're killing animals and stuff. Well, that's fine because we eat animals, but you're not allowed to play Resident Evil because zombies make Jesus sad. So, but my dad was also a huge fucking sci-fi nerd, which is why I'm a huge fucking sci-fi nerd. And maybe you recognize this from like gay Green Chan. Maybe you recognize this from like gay 4chan green tech stories, but I'm the fucking guy who's always like, yeah, I live in buttfuck nowhere, and my dad always goes to this Asian store, which is, you know, you recognize it or you don't, but you know, here it is. Let me attach a name to that story now. So, my dad was always buying like Gamera and Godzilla movies, and you know, we lived near this Asian grocery store where they sold like horrible VHS rips of Dragon Ball with the fucking subtitles and shit. So like that's where I got to see like Slayers and all that for the first time. But oh Jesus Christ, I'm not gonna get that fucking achievement. Holy shit. Let me wait until I get X and power him up or something. But the, God, a basic fucking enemy should not take 1,000 fucking shots to kill. That's ridiculous. Lock on, what are you doing? Stop. That hover lasts a hell of a lot longer than you think it would. But anyways, my dad was like really into like nerd shit. And so that's how I got into my nerdy shit. So that was where my dad got into video games and all that. So my dad, being this like weird, you know, religious but loves sci-fi like contradiction, and this is where it gets kind of funny too. When Dino Crisis came out, Dino Crisis was okay because my dad fucking loved Jurassic Park and all that shit, so he was like, oh yeah, you kids can play Dino Crisis, it's fine, especially you, Rabbit, you know, being like 8 years old, you can watch your sister play Dino Crisis. And I remember the scene where the T-Rex busts through the office window gave me nightmares for like a fucking month. And it was awesome. And Capcom thinks I forgive them for Dino Crisis 2 being just a fucking mercenary mode video game. And Dino Crisis 3 being some unholy abomination to God, but I really sincerely hope from the bottom of my heart that one of the Resident Evil Engine games being worked on is a Dino Crisis remake or reboot or something. Because I do yearly playthroughs of Dino Crisis, and this year for Halloween I want to do like a Dino Crisis stream. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing here. Ah, we're changing the colors. We did it. I don't understand what the purpose of this was.
You're something else.
So, you are Zero, the grace of whose whose attacks is like no other. I am Stone Call. I live only to fight, just like you.
No, there's more to life than fighting.
It really bothers me that I can see the seam in Zero's face. I don't know if that was just a byproduct of HD scaling this or what, but
We shall have the fight to end all fight.
I am 90s voice actor. And this is what I mean by fucky hitboxes. Like, sometimes you hit them, sometimes you don't, sometimes you do damage, sometimes you don't. This game is exasperating. And it really didn't have to be like it. It really didn't have to. I mean, I said earlier the polygon ceiling. There was no polygon ceiling. It just hit the fucking ceiling. It was a concrete ceiling.
You're something else.
Nope, that's the.
So, you are
Okay, so
race of whose attacks is like no other.
there's no way to skip this. We gotta watch it.
Just like you.
I'm sorry.
There's more to life than fighting.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all of this.
Seen a battle deployed as perfect as you. We shall have the fight to end all fight.
Next time, Gadget. And there's honestly no excuse for me dying. This is like the easiest boss ever. Let's see if I can't destroy his weapons to zero. And just pick him with Axel. Oh, you shit. Oh, I hate this. I always genuinely wonder, like, what goes through the minds of people who defend games like this. Like, I've got a cousin who will just fight me to the death that there's nothing wrong with Sonic 06. Or, like, the people who defend, like, and hilariously, they're all Sonic games, but just, like, I've seen it online, I've witnessed it in person, just, I don't I don't understand. Like, it's like watching bad comedy movies. Like, for fuck's sake, I just got done marathoning. Oh, sorry. I just got done marathoning fucking goddamn Big Mouth of all things on Netflix, and that's like my guilty pleasure. But if nobody likes it, and I understand that show is like the butt of every joke right now. I don't know, I just... My point is, it's like you have people who are like, oh my god, fucking Sonic 06 is a masterpiece, you plebeians just don't understand it. It's like... I love Mega Man, I think I've made that very clear. But I also do not like this game at all. It plays like shit, it feels like shit. It was the first game I ever regret buying as a kid. I only beat it out of like, oh, I bought this game, I gotta fucking beat it. Because that was what my dad had beat into my sister and I. My other sisters dropped out of playing games, they didn't give a shit. There are... I mean, when it comes to wanting to defend a shitty game, I've got a friend who doesn't understand that you can criticize something and still like it. Like I said earlier, this game came out during like Mega Man shitting the bed. Because I'm not a big fan of the Battle Network series either. I'm just not in... I like the designs, but I'm just not into car. Oh yeah, Big Mouth is fucking dog shit. I hate the art. I mean, there's a huge argument to be made that like Big Mouth is ugly because it's like, oh, you're going through puberty. Puberty's ugly. But I don't know. I described it to someone as it's an X-rated Fairly Odd Parents, and it's like Fairly Odd Parents meets Ren and Stimpy. But holy shit, if the jokes don't actually make me laugh. Supposedly, from what I've seen, looking up shit about Big... Well, it's like, something about it's where all the good writers from Family Guy went. And I know it's funny to be like, ah ha ha, Family Guy having good writers, but, you know, once upon a time, Family Guy was funny. I mean, you can't shit on Family Guy too much. Seth MacFarlane also helped with Johnny Bravo. I kinda want to die out of spite just to redo this boss again. And now that I've said that, I'm like going to. Oh god, see? Fucking called it. Alright, I need to grab a cord for my controller. But no, I marathoned all of Big Mouth in like 3 days. And I had some genuinely good fucking laughs watching it. It's a lot of like visual puns. It's one of those shows where it's like rapid fire, non-stop. If you don't laugh at this joke, there's one more coming in 2 seconds kind of shows. And now that I have a cord on my controller, I have guaranteed that my retarded dogs are going to go lumbering through the living room. Axel's voice makes me so fucking angry.
We have already strayed from the path. Now, all we can do is stay true to our beliefs wherever.
What Red Alert is doing
I don't understand how Axel can have a scar. Oh, god damn it. That fucking, like, charge he does right off the bat. I remember. I mean, it's like I said earlier. I've been replaying the X games and just like, I don't know if it's just because I'm viewing them with adult eyes or what, but like the original X1 just really is one of the greatest games of all time. I can't believe that other X games don't try to copy what it did. And I really don't think any game has like done what X1 has done. Wait, what the fuck hit me? What actually hit me? Alright, I need to check what boss comes next. I can't believe they did not have the fucking decency to put in an ultimate armor for this game. Like, it's the goddamn least they could have done. No, stop. Get the chemistry out of my face. I'm on summer vacation. I don't want to think about organic.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell you. This is the reason I ran away from Red Alert. Because I can copy the shape and abilities of Reploids. But it's far from perfect. Even with the copy shop, I can only copy the form of Reploids my own size. For the rest, it's only possible to copy their abilities.
And it's fucking useless.
That's the thing. Even I don't know where I picked this up.
You don't know? How could you not know?
Don't know. I don't remember. Red found me, and I've been defeating enemies ever since.
I don't understand how robots get amnesia. Just stick a fucking cord in him and download his brain. I can't even shit on him for being a vegetable. Because X2 had wire sponge.
Can you hear me, Zero? Can you hear me, Zero?
And every X game has just had just complete fucking garbage level design. They blew their load with X1 and then they were just done. They never wanted to try again. Oh, everything about this is terrible. It's like when you think about it, this is just that fucking winding staircase level they used in all 3 of the PlayStation X games. Oh, now it's in 3D. Okay. I legitimately forgot.
Can you hear me, Zero? Can you hear me, Axel? Can you hear me, Axel?
Even the Game Boy Color version of X1 is better than this. And that shit made you hit start to dash. What the fuck? Did I pick up a Reploid that had life up with Axel? Oh, I was really fucking worried I was gonna die there for a minute.
Can you hear me, Axel? Can you hear me, Zero? Can you hear me, Zero?
Nope, nope. I like how I got the 30% power up, and yet I still can't kill those fucking bats in a hit. It's like this game just doesn't want me to play as Zero. Was it worth it?
Can you hear me, Axel? Can you hear me, Axel?
Been playing this shit for an hour. I could be like decently into X1 at this point. Ugh. God, the fact that you cannot kill those fucking bats in one hit is a goddamn crime. This is where they've given up. Like, that right there is the fucking proof that they had no fucking love for this level design at all. That's hilarious. My controller actually died despite being plugged in. So either my cable is shit out, or the microphone is taking up more power than what the controller is getting somehow. Let me, like... Okay, it's charging. Shit. Shit! Betty. This is where it gets super fucked. You have to rescue Reploids to get X, but then by the time you get X, you've rescued the Reploids and you have no chips left to spare. Which means that you're pretty much required to save all the hearts for X. Also, by giving all the power-up chips to Zero, we have committed to Zero being on the team forever. And despite the 50% power boost, I still cannot kill those bats in one hit. I fucking hate this game. Ah, shit.
Around and around! You grow up Pester Boy, yeah? But I grow up Pester Boy!
You haven't changed a bit, buddy.
So, you probably electric power to stop broadcast of my groovy dance around and around!
Yep, Red saw it, he'd get mad and smash the monitor anyway.
Oh!
Fuck. And this is the biggest problem that X7 has. This is the weapon that he's fucking weak to. And this is how much damage it does. At least in the American version. The European version's a little bit better. But like I said, we're not gonna puss out and play the European version. We're gonna play the version that fucking scorned my childhood. Holy shit! Are you fucking kidding me?
It's so good! Around and around!
Zeus, you can't lay on me right now. And now it won't let me do it. Goose, come on. Zeus, please.
It's so good! I make war, yeah? I make war, yeah? It's wonderful, yeah? Around and around! Around and around! It's wonderful, yeah?
God damn it.
It's wonderful, yeah? Around and around!
Holy shit, dude, fuck off. Oh, hey, Bink. I see you on the floor there.
Like I said, my friends in Red Alert are all really skilled Reploids.
Except I heard they were mostly criminals.
No, they don't do anything bad. Well, at least most of the time.
What's your point?
I'm serious. They really didn't do bad.
I'm really serious.
Suddenly everyone changed.
Suddenly? What do you mean?
When the Maverick Hunters, even the Reploids, stopped following Red's orders.
I swear to God, you could almost imagine like he had to flip his script over. When Red came, even the Mavericks stopped taking orders.
Ready?
Can you hear me, Zero?
Anything but JPEG explosions. Ooh, that's fun. I think this is the most amazing mini-boss I've ever seen. It could have been the actual ship, but instead it's just a model of the ship sliding around on a pad. And now that we have Axel's ray gun, we have the most busted shit in the game.
Ready?
Can you hear me, Axel?
Well, thank God we saved Joe. Now he doesn't have to be in this game anymore. Are those supposed to be the sea dragon things from X1?
Ready?
I have a genuine question. What did putting this game in 3D add? Besides, hey, it's Mega Man in 3D.
Ready?
Bob. You're just reusing sounds from the Sage Select screen. That's just sad. Oh, it's another one killed by bees. The most dangerous fucking enemies in all of Mega Man. Oh! I hope I make that sound when I die. I feel like that's infinitely fucking useful. I'm so tired of the yes-no in this game.
Ready?
Now the hitboxes make even less sense. My sword's not even touching them and I'm doing damage. I have a question. Was that supposed to be Henry? But they like did it as Henley? Or are we talking about like Henley as in Henley shirts?
You've made it this far, but this is...
Your battleship lies at the bottom of the sea. Don't you think it's about time you made your escape?
idiots. This is all according to plan.
What?
You've turned this into the ideal battle. Take this!
Oh, okay. Take this! I guarantee you can beat X1 before I get to the Sigma Fortress. A pulsating thrust attack. We'll just let that one go. There's a very real chance that the Reploid that died is the one that has the chip. And that makes me upset.
So you said they suddenly changed.
Yeah! One day, Red suddenly asked me to hand over
Yeah, one day my boss just turned into a total asshole. It was weird.
Soon after that, they started getting more and more powerful.
I would have never thought that the robot equivalent of a meth head who wields a scythe would be evil.
But Red didn't tell me everything. All I know
I mean, I have a scar and I'm a good guy.
is stupid ability.
At least he acknowledges his ability is fucking terrible. Alright, time for the meme man. How close am I to X? Oh my god, we are almost there to X. I hope you are fucking prepared.
Ready?
Hang on, my phone went off. Let me check it. Nope, it was nothing. Hey, Galaxy user, do you want to install one of these garbage apps? No. Okay, I'll just ask you again in a couple hours. And you can't turn notifications off, because what if you'd ever want to install one of these garbage apps?
Can you hear me, Zero? 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 Can you hear me, Zero?
Oh god, oh god. Oh, saved him. Hey, Tony. Look at that endless texture. Holy dicks. Well, goodbye, Leon. And there's nothing back over here. This exact level is the reason why the X Collection can go fuck itself. For adding a goddamn achievement for rescuing every single fucking Reploid.
Ready?
Can you hear me, Axel? Can you hear me, Zero? Can you hear me, Zero? Can you hear me, Zero? Can you hear me, Zero?
Here goes nothing.
That was horrible. Or
Ready?
Can you hear me, Axel?
I have to save my boss.
Ready?
Can you hear me, Axel? Can you hear me, Zero?
Ready?
Okay, I know you got me transferred back into my old department, but I don't think it's worth falling in lava for you a third time. Just kidding. It's always worth it for my chuckaroni. Fuck's sake!
Ready?
Can you hear me, Zero?
You have no idea how much it cracks me up that the fucking sound effect for the lasers, it's like, I know that sound. That's the sound of fucking Birdman shooting his, like, bird ray or whatever the hell. Bup, 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 bup. So you had 3 fucking people die in this level. That's what I'm telling you. I don't know why that's under speed and not under special, but we're gonna take it. Because eventually you do get like better running speed and better dashing speed.
Ready?
Can you hear me, Zero?
It's just, I don't understand what the point of increasing your saber combo is when every enemy has invincibility frames. Oh my sweet merciful lord.
Ready?
Alright.
Can you hear me, Zero? Can you hear me, Axel?
And I keep forgetting to go into the options and turn on rapid fire. Whatever, dude, I'm out of here. Are you shitting me? Did the person fucking die while I was gone? This is incredible.
Ready?
This is just the best stage in the game. Oh my god.
Ready?
And you have to remember, this is the PlayStation 4 version. That means we don't have to deal with the original game's load times. Those were like good 20-30 second load times on the PS2. So you want to talk about like making sure that you didn't die. Hey, only I can use the tiptoe. And yes, I absolutely ignored that heart on purpose, because remember, we're trying to come back with Mega Man. I do think there is an E-Tank. Guy! I saved Guy! I know, that's probably a cheeky reference to Final Fight.
that Hyanard. You've been diagnosed with a malfunction. You must come with me.
Oh, it's you that's causing my suffering. Then if I tear you to pieces, the pain will stop.
The sickness is already in its late stages. I don't think he'll come quiet.
Oh boy, here it comes. Everything about this is my nightmare. It doesn't help that he's like legitimately one of the most frustrating bosses in the game. He's got like iframes on almost every single one of his fucking moves. And half the battle is fucking getting to him. In a good game, this would be one of those levels where it's like, oh, you know, getting there was half the battle, so it's fine. But in this game, the whole fucking level is the problem. You would think that, like, his weakness would destroy his clones in one hit, but you forget we're playing X7. Oh, the wind up on that fucking move sucks. This is one of those things where you just look at something like this and you just go, was there no playtesting? Did nobody like look at this part and go like, hey, you maybe want to tighten the graphics up in level 3? I really wish I had an E-tank. I'm just not allowed to hit him now. I think we unlocked X. Nope. Alright. Let's stick around with some fun. No, that's cheating. They're both from the same game. I think I fucked myself into a corner for this one. I think that's about enough of that today. I'll come back to this soon enough.